Hello guys, so it arrived, Katana, and a very cool thing that boss also sent me, and I believe it's this one. If I can open the box, just wait a second, because all these boxes are very hard to open, I don't know why. But anyways, I think this is the Jesus. Yeah, such a huge box for this. Check it out. So this is exclusive to the new Katana, I believe, or not. Wireless Bluetooth thing, and the Katana is here inside. I'm opening up the box right now, if you guys can see. It should have arrived in the last week, but it did not. So it is. Here it is. It's pretty heavy for a non-tube amp. Okay, as you guys can see here, right now, he has the cardboard, which is one thing that makes the tone. And then new modes push. Now the things you don't see here, like bloom and stuff like that, they all have that kind of stuff, not physically, but in the software they all have the same. But they did a new design here. You have cab resonance on the 100 watt, which is pretty cool. Panel mode, and here this is solo, pretty cool as well. What else? Booster. Oh, you have the contour button on the 100 too, which is pretty cool. And basically the design remains the same. A little bit of a different here on the logo difference. You don't have no longer that double thing. Seems like the first Katana. And back, it is the way it is. And now I can take this and essentially, basically, just plug. Where is it? I think I'll just, it's here. Just plug it here. I'm gonna do a full demo review of this amp. I was one of the last guys to receive it, but I don't care. So basically, I never did this before, but it must be something easier. No, it's wrong, it's like this. Okay, then you probably connected, I don't know still how. I don't know if this requires a battery or not, but I believe no. You probably have to do some kind of weird magic here, like pressing this. I don't know, probably the amp has to be connected, of course. I really don't understand this design. But anyways, oh, it's because the screw. Now I get it. So it stays there. So basically this is a brand new Katana, and the design, not only the design has been improved in my opinion regarding the layout, but you also have new tones, because according to Boss, they designed a new cabinet and also made of different woods, I believe, and also the tones were redesigned from ground up. So you're gonna have new tones on this Katana compared to the MK2, which is pretty cool, and I'm anxious to try it out and then compare them both. So guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Cheers.
3 days later.
Right now I'm capturing the Boss Katana with my Sennheiser E906. So it's not via USB, although via USB sounds great, amazing, really. I could record an album with it. But basically here, as you can see on the screen, you don't have much of a difference. You have resonance and presence controls in Boston Studio. Boston Studio is not compatible with the previous Katanas, okay? At least for now. And I think will not be. Then you also have these two buttons are not available on the Katana 100 watt, but I think it's available on the artist and stuff like that. There's a solo button that is available on the Katana 100, so you can engage it from there, and also the contour button that is physically available as well on the amp. What else? The bloom feature is not available just in the head. as you guys probably know. And I really don't know what it does, but I do know the Katana was kind of rebuilt in the sense that has a new cap design, internals, I mean, the woods probably. And also in the hardware part, it was redesigned. So has a new voice, as you guys know, a new amp called Push. So it's between the clean and the crunch. So you get a different kind of tone on this amp, as I've been testing it in a few last days. And you get a different response, and overall it sounds fuller and richer, okay? Now, I have my microphone where I always have. I hope I can get the best tones out of it, because you have to be in the room really to hear it and feel it when you play it, because it feels different from the Katana MK2. I'm not saying the Katana MK2 is not good enough. It is, or the MK1 by the way, but this is really a revamped version of the Katana, so they went a few steps ahead. So it sounds great. So right now we're on clean channel, and one new thing either as well in Boston Studio is the chain. There are also tips in many menus about what you can do. Like, I don't know if NIQ has one, but I know some places like this, tips for the contour, so you can read them instead of going to the site right here and see what they do. Okay, regarding pedals, we are having, I think everything is the same, if I'm not mistaken. But the chain is the biggest difference here, where you can drag and drop your pedals. Like if I wanted to drag these corals into there, I just have to wait for that blue dot to become white, and then it's there, okay? Of course, I don't want to do that right now. I'm just concentrated not on effects, but on the sound of the Katana. And some reverb. I don't know what's going on here in terms of reverb, but let's check it out. It's a spring reverb. Let's put this like a room reverb with a reverb time about 1.9, 2 seconds. I think it's enough. So I'm using my Strat, this American Strat, on the neck position right now. Probably not enough volume. Let's increase the volume here. Okay, let's check out, let me increase just a little bit the reverb, and we are on the clean channel. Now on the fourth position. It's a little bit more dynamic, if that makes sense. Middle position, let's go to the second position. Finally on the bridge. This pickup is really hot in the bridge. So back to the neck. The clean channel as you know it. This thing via USB is amazing. I said on a post on Facebook that it was almost better than recording with a microphone, and I really mean it, because I recorded some stuff with USB, and all those stereo effects. USB signal, by the way, has been really improved, so you get really a nice, great tone, much better than MK2 or the MK1. Nothing compares to it. Now the push channel. So it's kind of a dumblish tone to me. I don't know. It sounds like this. By the way, if you guys can see here, all the EQs are disengaged, so I'm not cutting any low cut or high cut. It's just the way it is. No booster, so just the push channel with the gain at noon on the neck pickup. And the EQ is basically everything at noon. I'm going to push it a little bit harder on the gain. So this is the sound in between the crunch and the clean. And what I realized here is the fact that whenever I would try to get this tone, I would probably use the clean channel with some distortion pedal on it, or booster, I mean, because clean was too clean and the crunch already modified the tone a bit. So the push is in the right place here to create sounds like tumble and stuff like that. John Mayer, you know. You can give it a little bit more of reverb. On the fourth position. So it sounds great without any EQ or any of that stuff. I can increase the cab resonance for more bass. Has a lot of bass. You don't need this, actually. I mean, for this kind of tone, of course. Or the presence here. Okay. And also here, by the way, talking about USB, you have your microphones configuration. Now you have ambience, pre-delay, and ambience level. Now, I will demonstrate this in other videos because I'm going to do a series of videos about the new Katana, where you can really hear kind of a room in itself when recording via USB. And it sounds great because it really seems like you're playing in a room. I already tested it. Now we're doing with the variation mode on. If it's off, it'll still sound great. If you want this kind of tone, maybe I would put a different reverb on it with more time, you know. Let me take out the reverb. It really sounds and feels like a tube amp, and I'm not just saying this because, you know, more glassy than the MK2. And I think that's due to the new architecture they have regarding not just software, but also hardware. But I'm going to put them side by side. I just bought a Fender pedal, ABY pedal, where I can switch between amps and recording at the same time. So stay tuned for that video because you'll see more differences on that one. Now on the current channel, I think I'm going to switch guitars right now and see how they sound. This guitar has become one of my favorites lately because it really sounds good in every way. So this is the current channel. I can increase and max it out, turn down the volume a little bit. The amp has a lot of gain, as you guys know. So this could be a cool thing if this works. You know, where you have like that kind of vanilla tone. Let's try it out. We have a lot of distortion in the bass department. Let's try with the variation mode on. So right now I would probably go into the EQ to get rid of some fizziness, but so far it's sounding pretty cool, pretty great. Now let's go to the lead channel, check out without any booster, the gain is at mid. Overall, I think you have more possibilities regarding creating new patches and achieving new tones, because it does sound different, it does feel different than the MK2. But you have to be with the amp in your room to really hear it. So let's go for the brown channel and max out the gain totally to see how it sounds on the bridge pickup here. Starting to become a monster. So I'm gonna lots of bass. If you guys notice, I'm going to booster, reduce here the gain, and increase my tube screamer just in case. And now, since you're in this ballpark, also do this, you know, and see how it sounds. Just a little bit of fun to get a metal tone out of this. Probably way too scooped. So it can do anything basically, this amp. That's why I love it, and I don't use any external pedal with this amp. So if you're going for more like a solo tone, I don't know, maybe increase a little bit in the mids, and add some delay to it. Right now it's everything being recorded with a microphone, so you're not gonna get that cool stereo delay, ping pong. But anyways, I know it sounds right now. Let's put it a little bit more mellow. Let's go into the booster, reduce the tone here. So it sounds amazing, man. And it's funny because the amp being so, let's say, analog, it's kind of not so forgiving as the MK2. You kind of notice all of your mistakes. So you can also use this guitar for clean tones or push tones without the booster. Let me disengage the booster here. It also sounds great. Not just for strats, of course. Of course, now there's a lot of effects you can add, like compressor and all that stuff that you guys know. So I'm going to say for now with this video, because I think it's already long enough. But stay tuned, because I'm going to have a series of videos about the Katana, comparing to the MK2 in real time, and also all the things about the Boston studio. There's not much more to know, but regarding the USB tones and how it sounds, also compared to the MK2, because this one sounds much better. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned for a series of videos about the Katana 3rd Gen, because it's really different. It's been kind of rebuilt from what I know, and trust my source. So you got to try it out to know what I'm talking about. Cheers.